Hello everyone, it's been a since I brought you a new unboxing. These two devices are the new products that Motorola will release on May 19th. One is the world's first Razr Fold, a large foldable phone, and the other is the upgraded version of Razr 60 Ultra, called Razr 70 Ultra. Both phones will be launched on May 19th. This morning I checked out reviews on platforms like Bilibili, and many reviews are from foreign exhibitions like CIS. Many unboxing reviews done by foreigners. The actual device has also been in stores for a long time. Special thanks to my brother's store, Dalian Hanglong, for lending me the display unit. These two units are not demo models. They are our regular retail models used as display units, just like the retail models you will be able to buy in the future. Now, without further ado, let's start with the unboxing of the Razr large foldable phone. Let's begin by unboxing and take a look at the overall appearance of the device. This time we are using the retail model, and the color available nationwide is black, which looks more businesslike. The configuration is the lowest version, 12 GB RAM and 256 GB storage. Let's check the appearance. The quick release method is inside, and there is a sealing film on the outside. Let's open this sealing film. Let's take a look at the two quick release strips, one on top and one on the bottom. Just tear them open and we can directly take out the full actual device. This music curtain is the entire full actual device, and there is also a quick release strip to take the device out first. Inside the sealing film, it is in this state. There will be some introductions on the bottom. Let's set the device aside for now and check the internal accessories. There is also a plastic strip used to support the entire phone. This is a regular power adapter. Let's take a look at this accessory. This is the original factory's 4th generation phone case. A hard phone case with a dark textured edge and a frosted transparent material. The inside is smooth, while the outside has a fingerprint resistant frosted texture. Looking at other accessories, there are some quick guide cards and pins. This set is the first large foldable screen from Motorola, and these are all the accessories inside. Let's tear off the large foldable paper. Since it was borrowed from my brother's, let's try to keep it as original as possible. We'll slowly peel it off. This layer is relatively hard paper, similar to the thermal conductive adhesive used after disassembly. It's hard paper, not pure paper, which may provide better protection for the screen during transport. The entire packaging uses this hard paper so we can peel it off. Now the large foldable screen is already in view. Let's take a look at the entire screen. Without bending, we can still see a small crease from the middle hinge area. Now, as we move to the back, what comes into view is that the screen adopts a 4-section micro-curve design. The entire back panel connects to the camera module. The logo of this Motorola device, Razr, resembles the design of the previous generation, the X70 Air Pro. Here we can see the texture differences. This time the Razr Fold features a newly released fan-like texture. Let me zoom in a bit. We can feel a slight textured sensation similar to a woven pattern. The official definition is a black LV bag's checkered weaving process, which I personally feel resembles the woven texture of the previous business models like the ThinkPad X2 Carbon. This new release comes in 2 colors, black and white, with an additional World Cup collaboration version that should not have a sample unit. We will discuss that in detail later. The side view still looks relatively thin. Now let's proceed with the first bend of this device in our lives. On the bottom, the Type-C module is slightly raised and the transition is smooth. The overall workmanship is still very simple. The speakers are symmetrical, and when we hold it, the stereo effect might feel better. Now, let's perform the first bend of our lives, aligning the light with the middle crease. Did you see that? Now let's test the titanium alloy hinge's hover capability and see what angle it can hover at. It should be around 15 degrees, right? 15 degrees can hover. Let's try a bit lower. A little lower is also fine. I think that's about 10 degrees. It should be less than 10 degrees and it can still hover. After the bend, the overall thickness is officially stated to be 9.89 medium. The feeling in hand is still quite thin, not much different from a regular flat phone. Let's take a moment to appreciate the static display of the appearance. Now let's turn on the device and enter the system to check some internal display effects and details. Let's enter the system and see the activation page. This is the effect already. Now, let's put it on the outer screen. The display on the outer screen is the same. We can activate it on either the outer or inner screen. Alright, so let's continue activating. After a bit of time, we successfully entered the system desktop. Here are some built-in applications. As usual, let's set the brightness to the maximum. The actual viewing experience is already quite bright. Now, let's talk about the inner screen's parameters. When the foot is unfolded, the inner screen size reaches 8.1 inches with a resolution of 2K. 120 tile screen.TTO screen. LTO means variable refresh rate. This can save some power. Many friends might not know that when we enter the inner screen and then turn it off, it can still withstand about 10 bends. Let's take a look at the crease in the middle. The crease shows a slight mark, but when the screen is on, it is almost invisible. Now let's flip to the outer screen. The outer screen is 6.6 inches, and unlike other competitors, our Moto Razr phone uses a 165 Hz refresh rate for the outer screen, which is even higher than the inner screen, and which is even higher than the inner screen, and significantly higher than several competitors. Several competitors still use 120T. The resolution is also 1.5K, which looks very clear. Now that we've talked about the outer screen, let's enter the system and check the device's configuration. The device's configuration is the same. The 70 Air Pro. Let's enter the system and check the phone's specifications. It uses the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 Plus Snapdragon 85 with DR5 Ultra at 90,600 mHz and UFS 4.1, the same specifications as our i7 specifications as our i7 version. This time the battery capacity it supports 80W wired charging, 80W wired charging, and 50W wireless charging, along with 5W reverse charging. This is the overall parameter of the device. Now let's talk about the hinge. This hinge, according to the official selection, is the 7th generation 3D-printed titanium alloy hinge. It can withstand up to 800,000 folds, which is the highest in its class. The material of the outer screen is the first large foldable screen using Corning Gorilla Glass with a micro mirror panel. It not only looks excellent, but is also very scratch resistant and relatively durable. The outer screen comes with a protective film. This can be left on for now, as the factory installed protective film is of good quality. The inner screen also has a protective film as a foldable screen, which we should not remove. There are several key points. This time, the Razr folds large folds, supports IP46, IP48, and IP49, with a waterproof rating of 689, which is fully rated for waterproofing. Its dustproof rating is also level 4, not level 6. Unlike our flat phones, its dustproof performance is quite excellent. However, this type of folding device is somewhat less dustproof, but the waterproof rating is fully rated. I thought of a point. Let's put on the original phone case and see what it feels like. The phone case seems to be empty. It should fold up. Then align the top and bottom, and it should snap into place. It makes a sound when it does. Overall, the phone case feels quite thin. And this is the effect when folded. It still looks like there are no gaps. The seams are tight. When opened, it looks like this. Normally, when holding it, the entire right side is the body, and there is a bit of screen on this side. This is the effect. The camera of our Motorola Razr Fold, as mentioned earlier, uses hardware specifications identical to the XCN Air Pro. But I overlooked one point. This time, the main camera uses a 3.5-degree gimbal level stabilization. This is still a technique for large foldables. If you see the display units in stores, or if you purchase one, you can experience the video recording effect. I just did some tests, and the recording effect is indeed as tested. The photo effect is really great, especially the performance of the long legs. Compared to our traditional ones, this 100x digital zoom shows a qualitatively in interest. Everyone can focus on experiencing this, or later I can make some videos to help everyone understand it better. Lastly, I want to mention that this launch is not just one. There is a black and a white version. In fact, it comes with an original stylus, which is not built in, because if it were, it would increase its thickness further. It's an external stylus with a charging layout. Only the World Cup Limited Edition will come with that stylus. Here's a detail. If you see the World Cup Limited Edition, if someone has it, or there's a sample, we can see that it has a logo underneath. This is not Razr's. It has a golden co-branded logo. The Moto logo is also golden. To clarify, the Moto logo above is an optical coating simulating the effect of 24K gold, while the logo below is the World Cup co-branded logo. It's really 24K gold plating. Just like what Xiaomi's Speedster said about the gold mark on the front. If you see this, the one below is pure 24K plating, while the one above is imitation. This is roughly the explanation for the Razr 4's big fold. If you have any details or experiences, you can leave me a message. This time not all stores nationwide will have samples. In the owning only, the Dalian flagship store has samples. However, other stores can normally take reservations and sell. And so if you want to experience it, friends in Dalian are in luck. In the future, there might also be samples in Shenyang stores. That's it for this introduction. Next, I need to prepare the unboxing video for the Razr 710 Ultra. And see you later at the official certification store.